Yeah, I take it as a pretty good sign, actually. I think one of the biggest pieces, the fact that the Iranian president is involved in this, and we have not seen any backlash yet from IRGC or anyone else, meaning that the four-headed hydra from Iran that you have to get all in place at the same time to be able to move forward with an agreement, we're actually seeing some of that movement. So now as you start to see some movement in the Straits, and you're actually, I think at this point in time, it also allows for the military, as they start moving back from some of the blockade positioning that they're in, they can move into a zone defense while still being able to very quickly maneuver back if they had to.
Wayne, where does Israel fit into all of this?
Israel right now, I see the next 60 days as being obviously very critical. Israel is going to pressure the U.S. as hard as they possibly can, especially when it comes to the nuclear enrichment program. President Trump originally said no escalation in enrichment, and he backed off a little bit about that in the MOA, where he's now talking about low-grade enrichment. So think 3 to 20%, which is normally used in that civilian power projection, power production perspective. And you need 90% high-grade enriched uranium for nuclear weapons. So there's a very large gap. However, at this point in time, Israel doesn't look at it that way. Israel looks at any type of enrichment is going to be used towards a military grade program and therefore shouldn't even be started.
So I guess over the next 60 days, Wayne, the U.S. and Iran will try to agree on restrictions on Tehran's nuclear program. What should expectations be here?
It's going to be rough, honestly. I don't know whether or not they can even do this in 60 days. I think that you may end up seeing an extension beyond that 60-day agreement if going towards that, because they are so hardline on both sides. Iran needs to be able to come back with a win and say, no, we still have a nuclear program, even if it is that 3 to 20%. However, the Gulf states, as well as Israel, is looking at this saying, do we want Iran to have any type of nuclear capability, even if it is at the low end?
So if you were in the oil markets, Wayne, what would you be watching for? What do you think you can kind of key off here?
I'm definitely not an oil expert, but I would say that I think right now, both Iran and the U.S. are looking at right now, the replenishment of stocks becomes a very key piece to this. And so both sides have a very large positive upside right now to allowing the Strait to open to be able to alleviate some of that pressure. I think the key then over the next 60 days, though, while that starts, is can we start reaching some of the agreements that the longer term agreements, ballistic missiles, the nuclear program, and easing of sanctions, the other things that are in the deal. Can all those things actually be solidified to the point where both can return to their countries and say that we've won?